Hey everybody and welcome back to the channel. It's Paul here from Midland Marauders, and I thought new year, and rather than new army, maybe a new game. So something different for the channel, Bolt Action. This is the Battle of the Bulge starter set. As you can see, it says Bolt Action starter set. Hard-bitten US infantry clash with elite German paratroopers. And this does contain the 3rd edition rulebook. So we'll take a look around at the box. It's not that long of a box, but it is quite deep and there are quite a few bits in it. So as you can see, we've got multiple languages that end. This end, we've got a shot of the US miniatures. Here we've got a picture of them sort of facing off against each other. Just after knocking something off my desk. Anyway, and here we've got the German paratroopers. And we'll take a look at the back of the box as well. And this is everything that we get in it. We get quite a bit in this box. So we get an A5 rulebook, Battle of the Bulge scenario and assembly booklet, 24 hard plastic US Army infantry in winter outfits, 18 hard plastic German Fallschirmjäger paratroopers, I believe, is that how we pronounce it, in winter outfits as well. 1 hard plastic M8 Greyhound armoured car, which can also make an M20 scout car. 1 hard plastic ruined farmhouse terrain piece. 1 M8 Greyhound M20 scout car stat card. A full colour water slide decal sheet, vehicle damage markers, plastic bolt action templates and tokens, plastic pin markers, 6-sided dice and bolt action order dice. So there's quite a bit in this starter set. So let's get it open and see what it's like inside. So I have, the only thing I have really taken out and looked at is I have taken out the rule book because I had a sort of a bit of a Christmas read of this for myself, and I have to say it's a nice size. You can see it's quite a small rule book. I would probably pick up the larger scale rule book as well, the normal size one, just to have on the shelf. But it is full color. It's really nicely laid out, and inside we even get sort of like a history of the war, how it started, the different forces at play in it, where it took place, some key strategic points, and how the Allies came together to strike back. We've got what we need to play the game, some nice pictures of the minis and how they're laid out. And it did get me thinking, because then I started thinking I wasn't really overly clued in on the Battle of the Bulge, and then I heard it was either the Rhineland, or I started thinking then what would the terrain look like in the winter, and so that it sort of opens up modelling opportunities for you that you may not have. But and then at the very back of the book, then you have all the different forces at play during World War II and all the army lists for them for the new 3rd edition, and how to put them together into form armies to play with. So that is the rulebook. We do get water slide decals for the M20 Scout car. I'm not going to bother opening them. We have a pouch. I believe the pouch is to put the order dice into, and then like drawing your token for Space Hulk, you draw your order dice one at a time. There are grey order dice and there are green order dice representing the US and German forces, and that is how the turn alternates. We have the Battle of the Bulge scenario booklet, which is quite interesting as well, even just to have a bit of a read through, that we've got the history of it with the D-Day landings and all these sort of things. Nice pictures of the sprues, and most importantly, what the different weapons are on the sprues. It also advises you on how to assemble your minis to make it a sort of a force that the two people can use. We've got the scenarios, nice bit of artwork there in the middle, and then we've got the armoured car here at the back. And we've got a play sheet thingy there. We have these, I believe these are pin markers. They look like little explosions, but you put them together and there are, I don't know if you can see that. Just give me a second and I will zoom in here. Okay, so I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but there are numbers on the dials. There we go. And these pieces can rotate on the dials to, if you look in at the end of the explosions, you can't actually see them there. There's a little piece that points up like a little arrow, and you can point that to the number on the pin marker, and that will let you know the number. Underneath all that, we do have a larger play sheet, which involves the turn sequence, and turn end phase, the orders, foo bar, shooting, movement, weapons charts, close quarters, all the things that you're going to need to reference. And I have to say, I think that's a really nice inclusion. They've also given us a couple of rulers that we can cut out if we want to use in our games. There's nothing on the back of that. So the first thing we're going to take a look at here is the Ruined Farmhouse. This is beautifully detailed plastic kit. I can't wait to get it assembled. I believe the scale is a 28mm. Correct me in the comment section if I'm wrong. I'm not familiar with the scale of bolt action. But beautifully done. You can see bullet holes in the walls here. Some collapsed walls. Got one and two of these. There's another collapsed wall section there. We've got some wooden floors and some strewn rubble. I'm assuming that these are to help your walls stand up. Can't wait to get them built. Next out, we have the scout car. I haven't even opened this yet, but it's really lovely. Anyone that has ever put Airfix kits together will, you know, this is what they remind me of. But I actually can't wait to get these built. It actually really makes me want to sort of research the markings and the camouflage and get them, you know, paint them up as accurately as is possible, because being from Ireland, we don't really have anyone, you know, here that was involved in World War II, and whereas a lot of it, we'd say England or America, and that they would have also, a lot of grandparents would have maybe served in it. We've got vehicle blast markers that can be glued onto these little MDF bases. We've got some black and grey and fiery fluff. And down the bottom then, we have our US and German. Oh, here we have, sorry, beg your pardon. So here we have our order dice and our D6s. Just regular D6s. As you can see, the order dice come in two different colours. For the forces in the box. This was packaged for me by Marella. Thanks, Marella. Let's take a look at the sprues. So these are the US infantry, the paratroopers. They come with their helmets. Some really lovely detail, and you can actually see all the webbing on the helmets there on some of them. Grenades, all the little pockets, trenching tools, everything that a unit would have needed being sent into a war zone. And their water bottles. The detail on these, for the size of them, it's phenomenal. It really is. And I suppose it highlights as well, like, you know, just how little they were put in with. Like, they just, you got the bazooka there. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 sprues for the US paratroopers. The next one are the Fallschirmjäger. Am I pronouncing that right? Fallschirmjäger. in their winter fatigues, and these guys are wearing sort of like lagging jackets. Again, incredibly well detailed heads. You can, like, even just the difference, the silhouette, you don't even need to see them to know that they are German soldiers. You can see the difference in the helmets there. Some of them are wearing field caps. We've got some of the grenades. Ration tins, water bottles, pouches, magazine holders. The different types of machine guns that started to be introduced during the war. And for those, we've got 1, 2, 3 of those. And then down the very bottom of the box, we have, which I always think they're a bit weird, the Warlord Games bases for their minis, which are incredibly shallow. There's just like a little flat plastic disc with a lip to sit your mini on. So we got 1, 2 of those, and then we have the blast markers and templates and the different effects that are in play that I actually can't think of now, but they're all explained in the rulebook. Then on the side of the box, you can see that there are different kits available. You've got the British 8th Army, the Africa Corps. You have tanks there. Oh, we've got a campaign game. Oh. And we can actually play on the sea and in the sky. That's pretty cool, actually. So you can reenact the naval battles and the battles in the sky. That's awesome. Anyway, guys, that is everything that we get in Bolt Action. I can't wait to get these put together and maybe paint them up. I might see if I can do a tutorial on painting these up. Let me know in the comment section if you play Bolt Action. Do you enjoy it? I've never played it before, but I am looking forward to playing it. I intend playing it with my son as well. And yeah. Anyway, that is everything that we get in the 3rd edition Bolt Action starter set. Anyway, guys, thanks for giving me your time, your patience, and it really means the world to me. And can't wait to catch up with you in the comment section. Catch you all in the next one. Bye!